Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hello Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. So things are underway. Well, we've been given a lineup which suggests a 3-6-1 formation. Jim?
Well, what tends to happen with a puzzling-looking formation like this is that two of the more creative midfielders take up slightly inverted attacking roles to make it a simpler 3-4-3 setup, or indeed 3-4-2-1. That's what should unfold here. At the moment, I admit, it does look a little strange.
Can he get it through?
Well, if you ever needed proof that Gareth Bale is a big match player, you only need to look back to that famous night in Kiev, Peter.
Oh, quite so. Brought on just after the hour, wasn't he? And within a couple of minutes, he put his team ahead spectacularly. And then he helped himself to another goal late on and put the game out of reach.
Yeah, I remember it well, Peter. I was there. I mean, the first goal was magnificent, but he got a huge slice of luck with the second. OK, he struck the ball well enough, but from that distance, you would expect the keeper to deal with it comfortably.
Oh, that is a nice touch. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Impressive jump! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And it's Van Nistelrooy. Yaya Toure. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. No, he's not getting his way this time. Foot in. And here's Van Nistelrooy. Back where it came from. Oh, that was vital. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Toure kept his eye on it, and he's there. Brazil still without a single shot on target. Vieira. And here's Van Nistelrooy. James has the space to scheme. Well, it's a look of bewilderment. His touch deserted him at the key moment.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights. Milan really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
And this is Van Nistelrooy. Nedved plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Ferdinand spots it and intercepts. Plays a sharp little ball here. Excellent challenge there. Oh, what has happened here? Vieira. For Bale. Van der Sar chooses to deal with it himself. Pull it. And it's Yaya Toure. Bale. Bale going face to face with his great... Real chance! And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pull it. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. So perhaps now the breakthrough. Just one winner. Not much more than a formality.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
And here's Van Nistelrooy. Yaya Toure. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And here's Van Nistelrooy. Gullit. And the shot! Well, there's the clearance. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. That's a decent clearance. Thuram. Aims beyond the defence. Has a look up and delivers.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Ronaldo is onto this.
Brazil certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Cristiano Ronaldo touches it back and he shoots! And how good was that? That is a gem! An absolute gem! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character. Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two...
That's the end of the first 45. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each. Brazil get the ball rolling for the second period. Well, that's well seen too. Thuram.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And the shot's on here. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Gullit. And that should get the job done. And this is Van Nistelrooy.
Van Nistelrooy really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Ferdinand calmly anticipates. Yaya Toure. And it's Ibrahimovic. Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. Nesta has been sent off, just to confirm that, of course, that was his second yellow card. That's good running with the ball. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Played into space. Well timed, excellent interception.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.953 spettatori.
Ferdinand. Vieira. Van Nistelrooy. Eto'o. Maldini promptly onto that, and that is that. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Toure does well to get it back. Nedved. Bale will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. That's a sharp pass. Tries to pass it through. In with the challenge. Yaya Toure, the conductor, the central piece to his team's attack. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo, and he's managed to get free. A hefty challenge, but fair enough. And he's intervened well there. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Nedved, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Well read, and the danger is averted. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Van der Sar, and the keeper takes decisive action. Just a quarter of an hour to play. And he welcomes it in. Oh, just Nedved! Goal, Milan! And they're back in front. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 8. Numero
So
21.
changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Numero 42.
Milan with the lead.
Numero
This is the
4.
perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Messi. Il numero 2. Il numero 23. Roberto Carlos. Cambio di giocatori.
Well, that looks a decent ball. That is a great pick out. That's the keeper's ball.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Seedorf with a definite foul there.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 6. Viene sostituito con il numero 18.
Knocks it into space. That's good play. Now it's Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
They've played it short. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Good chance here! Oh, wonderful, wonderful Lionel Messi! A finish right from the top draw! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
And when the man... Big chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Bellingham really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Milan have their second corner now. And that has been knocked clear. Roberto Carlos! Tremendous from Roberto Carlos! He's got himself an absolute peach. And they are disappearing out of sight. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Milan visibly comfortable, now up by 3. shot! Sensational from Bellingham! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And that is that. Brazil cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking...
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing, certainly up for this one. Things already rolling. Well, for Pepe, this is the time to get that stern focus in his eyes.
Yes, it's that look that says, I'll win at all costs, and you better be prepared for what's coming.
Well, he knows, doesn't he? He just knows. At the core of his game is winning battles, physical, aerial, mental. To him, winning, however he does it, matters most. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Nicely shaped ball. Oh, nicely intercepted. Pepe with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Oh, a very decent attempt. And he was quick to react. And here's Van Nistelrooy. Has a look and plays it forward. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And this is Van Nistelrooy. And that should get the job done.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
James goes short. James cross. He's rising! They've got to be quick to recover this. Thuram clears. And that is well cleared. And now a sudden chance to counter. He is through here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Vieira. And the counter is on. James. Van Nistelrooy. A quick look, thought about cutting inside.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Played back in. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And he can thump it away. Works it forward. Ferdinand getting this one clear. Still goalless at the moment. Great ball if he can get there. Oh, he's on his own! Can he finish? Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Nedved can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Vieira.
Milan definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Gullit is there to clear. Ferdinand. And here's Gullit. And that's been intercepted. It's a good spell of possession, this. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Yaya Toure. And it's Bale. Tries to play it through. Bale. Good read, needed to be. And that's going up front in a hurry. And they can counter here. Always onto this.
Pretty robust defending.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Oh, that's fabulous. James has it out wide and in towering header. Oh, crossbar! Another headed effort. Again, not the most fruitful.
Maybe they're trying to cash in on this, but someone has to up the quality here, both movement and delivery.
Vieira, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nedved, and here's Pullet. Real chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Has a look up and drives it forward. And now the breakaway. Ferdinand demonstrating his defensive quality there. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. It's run. Oh, it's fallen kindly here. He's delivered all right.
That couldn't have been a more potent injection of belief for this team. Top man, top drawer.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
Brazil are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I think the man...
Getting up there! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Brazil have their second corner now.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
That has ended up in no man's land. Oh, easy pickings there. And Van Nistelrooy! And that signals the end of the first period. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Brazil just ahead then as we reach 45 minutes.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps, that's not too much to ask.
Brazil can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. We're on the move again. Brazil leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Bale. And this is Pullet. And the shot! Oh, he has absolutely drilled that.
Well, that would have asked some awkward questions of the keeper had it stayed on target.
He's had it nicked away. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Pullet. And that was asking for too much. Vieira. Yaya Toure. Pepe kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Cross needs to be good. Terrific effort! Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. He leaps for it. Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Cambio di giocatori.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Brazil are still that goal to the good. Yaya Toure, a player whose confidence, whose sense of adventure rubs off on all of those around him. That's Nedved, and he was alert to it. And he's cleared it out of harm's way.
Milan really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things which he has to factor in yet, so let's see.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Brazil have opted to make another change here.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
It's a quick ball upfield. Oh, he's getting out. Oh, what has happened here? And that's a great chance! Oh, good finish. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Is it shapes to shoot? And no mistake. Oh, high-quality goal. Lovely first touch. Sumptuous second.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 8.
So we have movement on both benches. Just one in it now.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
He's shifting through the gears here. Vieira clears it away. It's a sharp little ball here.
Roberto Carlos.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
No, that's been intercepted.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Bellingham. Cruyff. Cruyff powering forward here. And this is Messi. Messi finds himself offside. He won't be happy with that one. A probing pass. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Seedorf is in a really good position out wide. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Just 5 minutes remaining now. And he's been shifted off it. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Cruyff. Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 9.
Milan have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution. Luis Suarez getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy that might disrupt the rhythm of their opponents.
I think we're just about done here. No joy this time. Long ball looking to counter. No, he's not getting any further than that. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. There was plenty of power on that. Brazil have their third corner. Cruyff clears without hesitation. Oh, he's been flattened there. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Oh, good take in a good area. Oh, that was vital. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Brazil have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
A good show, Peter.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So things are underway.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Lovely bit of skill. And that's played in low. That's good defending, very good defending.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Gently done. Dumfries. Both sides exercising caution for now. But he's forced to go back. Rijkaard. Spread to the right. Now it's Dumfries. He has found the way through. And once more he proves rigid and robust.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Zanetti kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
Van Nistelrooy really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And this is Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Matthäus! Goal, the Netherlands! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
The Netherlands are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition. Malta really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel...
It's Azar! And no mistake! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! An opportunist strike, but he'll take it, he will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here, because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
The Netherlands are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Azar, a player who needs no introduction. The Netherlands have hit a quick-fire double here and are firmly in the driving seat. 2-0 the score. That'll be a throw-in. Opts for safety. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rijkaard. Azar, who is rarely short on confidence. Knocks it out wide. Just eases him off the ball. Matthäus. Zanetti. Ferdinand. That's really well manoeuvred. And this is Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Good effort! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And he's had it nicked away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last still. And Van Nistelrooy! Van Nistelrooy scores gloriously again! A finish right from the top draw. And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff.
Number 5.
He just absolutely speared that in.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
The Netherlands find a position of real strength now. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Played back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
Out towards the flank. He's free, he has got space. Decent chance!
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Mateus tries to pass it through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And the referee says that is that for the first half. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
Please take this opportunity.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
The Netherlands, clearly the superior force halfway through this contest. They lead 3-0.